Welcome to the J.O.
Welcome to the
Show.
J.O.
Welcome
Show.
to the J.O.
Welcome to the J.O. Show. Welcome. Welcome.
Welcome to the J.O.
Welcome to the J.O.
Welcome
Show.
to the J.O.
Welcome to the J.O. Show.
Thumbs up or thumbs down, handle yours. Cause the topics I discuss opens doors, like open pores. My mission have you wanting more, and this is for people all across the board. So if you're sick of the same old statistics, from talking heads with their old style of logistics, I suggest that you just let go and give a listen to the J.O. Show.
Welcome to the J.O.
Welcome to the J.O. Show.
Welcome to the J.O.
Welcome to the J.O. Show.
Welcome to the J.O.
Welcome to the J.O. Show.
Welcome to the J.O.
Welcome to the J.O. Show.
What up, though, man? It's your boy. It's your boy J.O. This is the J.O. Show Unedited. We talk music. We talk movies. We talk sports. We talk entertainment. And we damn sure talk all things Cleveland, man. Like, I'm by myself tonight. The boy EP, his daughter had a basketball game. So we wish them good luck on this Friday night. But look, them shoulders look. Hey. If your shoulders don't roll when you see this, if your shoulders don't roll when you hear this, you are a hater. You are a hater. And look, had some technical difficulties, man, and starting a little late. I'm gonna cut it a little short. It's gonna be a 7 o'clock, maybe 7:15 type of thing, because we got the Ohio State Buckeyes tonight. Hey, yo, what up, though? It's your boy. It's your boy J.O. Like I said, this is the J.O. Show Unedited. If you clicked on this, man, as always, I say thank you. I appreciate it. Hit that like for your boy. Hit that subscribe if you're not subscribed already. Share it. Leave your comments. Go tell somebody. You feel me? We're streaming on multiple platforms. We're on Facebook. We're on YouTube. We're on Twitch. And we're on Instagram. We're on Facebook and YouTube at the JO Show, one word, unedited. On Instagram is at the JO Show, one word, unedited. You have to hit the link that's in the bio on Instagram to get to right to where we are right now. And then, of course, on Twitch, it's one word, the JO Show Unedited. Yes. Siri, all in my conversation. But listen, I'm by myself today. Again, gotta figure some things out. But we're gonna start. Because I said I closed the Browns out last episode, and I did. I closed them out. I'm over them. But of course, every time I try to leave, something just keep holding me back. You feel me? And Deshaun Watson tore his ACL again, which means to me he has played his last game when he went down week 7. He played his last game as a Brown. That's what it means to me. It doesn't change my approach with this number 2 pick, because now the question is, what do we do with this number 2 pick? Because Deshaun Watson is gone. I don't know how they are going to rekindle this. I think they're going to cash in on the insurance. They're going to pay him the rest out, and he's going to go about his merry way. Do I want to know how it happened? I do. I want to know how it happened. I mean, I can speculate. I got my thoughts on what possibly happened to Deshaun Watson to tear his Achilles again. And again, it doesn't take much. So, there were some comments about, all the dancing on TikTok. Well, if you watched it, the boy looked stiff. Like, he didn't look like he was line dancing or karaoke and really getting into it. He was just kind of doing it for the sake of whoever wanted him to do it. But it's messed up, man. Because I feel like if you do take that number 2 pick and draft the quarterback, it's gonna be a rookie. Myles Garrett. I just don't know how he feels about playing with a rookie quarterback. And it looks like it just might happen. I don't know what the number 2 pick. I don't know what they're gonna do later in the draft. They can find a quarterback. They're gonna have to do something now And it's unfortunate that this Deshaun Watson thing just keeps getting worse and worse and worse. Like, and I always say, I just wish, I really wish that we never did it. Wish we never did it. Oh yeah. Like, I just wish we never did it in the first place. I understand that you wanted to upgrade at that position, but I strongly believe that there was other ways to do it. Even if you didn't keep Baker, there was just other ways to strengthen that position, or try to, at least, because we've been terrible at strengthening that one position. But I just feel like if we did not pursue Deshaun Watson, not even after the first time, just not at all, um, would have been in a different position. But you'll never know. But I do feel like he's played his last game as a Brown. Uh, y'all tell me what you think. He tore his Achilles again, and again, it's not hard to do. So we can't say he was like being careless. I just want to know. Like, I would like to know what happened. Were you rehabbing and you did something that you wasn't supposed to because you thought you was feeling a little better? Like, what happened? Did you try to do the butterfly? Like, was y'all trying to like? Was you trying to like really get it in and it like what happened? Because you came into what they call the end of the year checkup with this information, and at that time they didn't know what it was. He just knew that he had some discomfort, and I believe Thursday is when they found out. I I believe this is the end of Deshaun Watson. It's just unfortunate because now what? What do you do with that number two pick? Um, my stance was always, make the team chunkier and free agency a quarterback. Does this change my stance? No. If anyone had that same stance as far as trying to find a quarterback in free agency, does this now change your thoughts about what to do in the draft? Because they have to do something. Um, and it's just unfortunate. The Browns got a game in London. Uh, I'm excited because it'll come on at 9 in the morning. We can get that shit out the way. Get that out the way. Like, I don't know, man. I'm nervous to even think about next season. We got some playoff football coming up, and I don't know. I don't have a horse in a race, but it would be nice to see Detroit get there. I'm kind of just rooting for Detroit on the strength of you know Super Bowl appearances. They ain't been there, so I know what that feels like to not ever see a Super Bowl. So I want to see Detroit in there. If anything, yeah, I'm scared to see that, Raul. What up, man? It's possible. Uh, yeah, it is. It is absolutely possible to see that happen. But they got things to do. I mean, that's what y'all get paid for. You get paid to make decisions and figure out the best way to make a presentable roster. So, you know, what do you do, Raul? What you do with that pick? You just trade it away and get more picks and trade Deshaun. I mean, excuse me, trade Miles Garrett and get more picks. Like, what do you do? Because you got to do something now. Because you got to convince the fans that don't go nowhere. And you guys have failed miserably in that department. It's I don't know, man. It's tough. Again, I was closing them out, but of course, when you get news like a re-tear of the same injury that you were rehabbing, you just want to know what happened. Like again, everybody got their own speculations. I got mine, but it is what it is. Guardian News, they were able to at least keep Quan and Thomas for another year and avoid arbitration. I'm not too familiar with the whole arbitration game. I do know from what I've heard that is foul to have to go through. You know what I mean, to keep a job or to you know reap the benefits of your player when not. We said trade back to 22. Yeah, well, if he find the next Greg Little, then we're definitely going in the wrong direction. That's hilarious, bro. If that happens, we're definitely going in the wrong direction. Yeah, definitely, like terribly. But yeah, again, I don't know what the arbitration thing is. If anyone knows, please, school your boy. I just know that don't nobody want to go through it, so they were able to at least come to a 1 year deal for both to figure it out. And maybe it's for. I'm hoping that the Guardians, do something right with Quan. You got to keep Quan. Like I know Lane Thomas was brought over here as an acquisition, um, but Quan for me to lead off probably the best or one of the best in the major league. So I know the Guardians don't really do too much when it comes to when it comes to making moves and doing the right thing because they feel like they just build within and just keep breaking up prospects or whatnot. But do right by Quan. Lane Thomas, depending upon how he plans out this year, you got to figure that out too. These can be valuable pieces that you can kind of build around. So just good to see the Guardians being able to just retain them and avoid the arbitration there. Yeah, that's terrible. That's absolutely terrible. Buckeyes, man. Buckeyes tonight. The Buckeyes is going against Texas, man. 8-5, if that means anything to you. And they're sitting there trying to get to Notre Dame, man. Hey, look, that Notre Dame Penn State game was a good game. I didn't even watch it. Like I caught the highlights, and I kind of wish I did watch the game because when you get into that level of importance, these are the last four teams. You don't want to see a blowout. You want to see a great game. And I thought that Penn State held their own and that you know, the ball just kind of bounced the wrong way because Penn State had a chance late. The quarterback threw a pick. You just can't do it. If nothing else, try to live to see overtime. But you just can't do it in that stage of the game. And you know, Penn State takes the loss 27-24, but the game was a game. And I expect kind of the same tonight. I got the Bucks 31, Texas 20. Uh, I think that it will be close throughout the first half. I think adjustments will be major. Um, I think it was Mbuka. If I'm getting your name wrong, my bad, dog. But I believe he's going to have a big game because they're going to try to figure out ways to slow down Jeremiah. I mean, unfortunately, they're going to try to figure out a way to slow him down, and I think they might do it early. And again, adjustments. I think they might do it early to test the other receivers to make the others. You got to make the others, make plays. Will Howard has to be on point. He's been lights out the first two playoff games for me, as far as how Ohio State plays their game, and he has to be on point tonight. Excuse me. Look, I hear most people going with Texas, and that's fine. Of course, I'm going to Ohio State. I mean, so yeah, but reason being is that it seems like this team is on a mission. Like it does. It just seems like, they're on a mission. They're not like just like getting by these last two playoff games. They've been beating up people, to be honest. They beat up Tennessee. You can kind of count that as being a home game. So the home field mattered. Um, and then they beat up on the number one team in the country as a get back game. And again, I don't expect them to beat up on Texas, but I expect them to outduel Texas and at some point pull away. Again, I got 11-point game, 11-point spread on this. Like I'm giving the Buckeyes 11 points over Texas, and it starts and finish with the quarterback. Defensively, I got the defense. They riled up. They riled up and dialed up. You know what I mean? So I got the defense flying around, making Texas kind of respect it. I don't think Texas respect the defense, so the defense going to have to make them respect it. But offensively, the quarterback has to play exactly how he's played in his last two playoff games. Period. Um, Play calling has to be on point. Figure it out. Figure out what they're doing, what they're playing, what they're in, what they're trying to show, what they're not trying to show. Figure that out. Make the offense run smooth. The run game as well. It should go. I'm not really up on Texas front four or front three or however they play they front, but the run game has to be there as well. So if you get all those things, yes, you can say special teams as well. They're always important, especially in games like this where it can possibly come down to a special teams kick. So special teams have to be special. Uh, but I just believe the offense has to continue to do what they've been doing. Don't let up. No cruise control. No conservative. Look, if you can put up 50, put up 50. Just continue to show dominance because these last two games in the playoffs against the two teams I named, they've been showing dominance on the offensive side. So that's always good. And I'm glad to see that they're getting an opportunity to help me keep my word. Because I spoke on some shit some months ago, you know what I mean, about Ohio State when they lost to Oregon the first time. And all I said was they still have a chance to go to the playoffs and they still have a chance to win the title. And right now, I look like I was telling the truth, even though it was my opinion. But right now, you're turning my opinion into truth right now. So I'm just glad to see them where they are right now and with an opportunity to win a national title and keep Ryan's day job. Although, can you fire Ryan Day for getting the team? I mean, I know. He lost to Michigan. Yeah, he did. Terribly. I mean, that was just awful. Um, but it's a deep run. I mean, you can consider this a deep run in the playoffs with the 12 teams, and not having to buy. So deep run, and you know, they're the final four. So now, whatever happens tonight, can you fire Ryan Day? Now I know most going to say, "Hell yeah, fire him," because that's what we do around here. Unfortunately, that's what people do around here. But me personally, I don't think so. I think you gotta just you gotta kind of not listen to the outside because I don't know what his record is overall, but I do think the wins are way more than the losses. If I had to bet on that, if I just had to bet on what he got more, wins or losses, I think we can all bet on wins. So Ryan Day, I'm pulling for you, dog. Shout out to the whole Ohio State Buckeyes, man. As they get ready to take care of business tonight against Texas, man. I'm excited. I'm pumped. Uh, the Cavs. Oh, the Cavs. Like it's kind of hard to even talk about the Cavs right now because I mean, as though we all can say it's early. 33-4. 33-4. I asked you this in the beginning of the season. Would you bet on the Cavs being 33-4? Would you even bet on the Cavs being 500? I mean, I would just because of the squad, but not not 33-4. Um, and again, finding ways to win when it counts. Look, I didn't like that Toronto game. I just felt like even though Toronto was coming off a back to back too, I felt like we should have had a day off because they wanted to prove a point against OKC. Let's just be clear. They hear or they don't hear because they're not getting the national pub. You know, they know that, you know, they know that this team should be, you know, spoken on a little bit more, but they wanted to prove it. They finally got an opportunity on ESPN. It was I mean, everybody was watching that game. You have to. It's the top team in the East, top team in the West. You have to watch that game. Like, if you are a basketball fan and you watch basketball, you have to watch it. So that game lived up to I mean, it lived up to everything that you would have had you wanted to expect from the top two teams from East Coast. Like, you would expect that type of game. Um, Back and forth, 2,000 lead changes. Like, I mean, the referees, they like to play too. So the referees was involved. Um, the crowd for me, I don't look the crowd. I didn't like the crowd until the fourth quarter. And you know, when you got teams like this that come into your building, you gotta show something. Like, I'm interested to see how OKC treats us when we go there. And I want that game too. I want that game in OKC. That'll be the last time we see him until, if that's a preview of the finals. Not saying it, I'm just saying. After that, after this next matchup against OKC, we will not see him again. And I want that game on the road. But yeah, that game the other night, just back and forth. You had 7 different players in double figures. 7. And if I told you that Donovan Mitchell will only score 11, how would you have this game going? If I told you Donovan Mitchell he's only going to get you 11, period, and you got to figure out how to win this game against the number one team in the West. All eyes on y'all. Yes, being at home, it meant something. Yeah, to me it didn't mean shit to the fourth quarter, but you know that's neither here nor there. We all talk about how our fans like to cross their legs and act like they're at an opera or something. But you know, that said to me, the fact that Donovan only gave you 11, this team is so well put together. I mean, Jerome. I said Jerome in the house. He gave you 15 off the bench. You need that. You need that. Dean Wade gave you 11. You need that. Garland gave you 18. You need that. But Mobley and Allen, the bigs that people say, you know, you can't play like that. Mobley gave you 21. Allen gave you 25. Allen gave you 12 rebounds. Mobley gave you 10. Those are 2 walking double doubles. Every night, you can just about book it. And when you in a game like this, when again you're trying to prove that you guys are for real, when you're trying to, you know, showcase that, you know, we belong in the conversations as well, you got to be able to weather all the storms. Because again, it was an abundance of lead changes. So storms were just going back and forth. And hats off to OKC, man. They played well on the road. They played well. They played well. There was absolutely no defense until the fourth quarter, especially from the Cavs. That's where it goes for me to say about Cavs just knowing how to find ways to win in the fourth quarter. The fourth quarter defense came alive when it counted, and the Cavs will ever get the win, 129 to 122. But again, it's a 7-point. That's a 7-point win, so it's under 10. So you get that game, and again, the Cavs put everything out there. Everything was on the line. You're exhausted. You got to come back and see Toronto, which even Kenny called it a trap game. I said it would be a trap game, but not like really a trap game because, again, You go from 33-4 to 32-5. I mean, okay, but again, that was a close game. Toronto, and again, when you are the best team, every team is going to come with it. I was talking to my boy Bourbon. I was like, look, bro, regardless of the record, regardless of what they're doing, when you see an opportunity to beat the Giant, why not? And I'm just speaking metaphorically. I mean, I'm not calling Cav the Giant. They are a juggernaut, though. They really are. So you wanna knock off the juggernauts, and yeah, able to get that win last night. Again, the record is what it is, and as they continue to get closer and closer to the trade deadline and to the All Star break, what do you do? What what do you do with this team? But I mean, of course, the core four, I think is what they calling themselves. The core four and a couple other pieces are secure. But do you look like further down the bench and see what you can kind of put together? You know, I seen Kobe Altman, man. The man came to my job today, man. Uh, and I wanted to ask him this, but I was at work, couldn't do what I wanted to do, couldn't get in the JL mode. I was in my other mode, But what do you like? Do you try to like? I strongly hope that Imani Bates is that wing. But if he's not the wing, I think they need to do something to get another wing. Other than that, for me, I don't know what else. But another wing for me, another wing, please. I don't know. I'm praying that Imani is that other wing, but that's not to be seen yet. I know he's been doing his thing down in the G League with the Charge, so hopefully he's getting, you know, prepared to possibly see us after the All Star break. You know, ain't no telling what Kenny got going on, man. Yeah, but look, we're streaming on multiple platforms. We're on Facebook, we're on YouTube, we're on Twitch, we're on Instagram. On Instagram, you have to hit the link that's in the bio at the Jail Show Unedited. On Facebook and on YouTube, it's at the Jail Show, one word unedited. On Twitch, it's one word, the Jail Show Unedited. Look, like I said, we had some technical difficulties earlier, man, and I had to jump on here just to you know, make sure I'm still giving out content because this is what I do. Going to actually cut it short because, of course, we about to get ready to get down there with this Ohio State game. But before I cut it short, I have to send my thoughts and prayers. And what's up? What's up, E? What up, bro? Appreciate you as always, big dog. Thoughts and prayers to Southern California. Devastating. Uh, I've seen some images and I could just only I can't even imagine that, and there's been fatalities behind this. Firefighters from everywhere trying to contain this wild, I mean, this is a wild fire. And so many people just lost everything, and it's just it hurts. Like I said, the images were sad, man, and I just wonder from me and from the jail show, just send our deepest prayers, man. We're praying for y'all. Donations. I'm pretty sure they're coming. You know, do what you can, give what you can. Anything helps. I truly believe at this point. Um, and yeah, just when you go through life, and you know, yeah, probably, Raul, that is just is unfortunate. But when you go through life and you have, we all got problems. Like, we've said this before so many times. Like, we all are going through something. We all have problems. We all have issues. Um, but there's always someone possibly worse than you are. And we forget what we have and what we are able to do and our freedoms. Like we forget that because we so want to compete with people and do what you see and be like what you think is supposed to be reality. Like living your life every day. Um, a upstanding citizen, a law-abiding citizen. You know that's those are the things that you cherish. Waking up, just to be able to breathe and wake up. Those are the things you cherish. You know, and when you're able to do those things, and you're able to, you know, if you are, you're able to get in your car, or you're able to go to work, you're able to, you know, ride your bike, you're able to jump and play sports, and you know, you're able to do things that so many people that you don't even think about, but they exist that just can't do those things. You know, as you are laying in your beds tonight and you're getting ready to watch the game, and you know you're probably having a couple drinks, about to have food. Think about what's going on. Think about those families, man. Think about those families that lost everything, that lost everything, and now have to rebuild from from nothing. And you know, we just gotta be more conscious of that. As my boy EP say, man, love wins. What up, EP, man? What up, big dog? You know, love wins, and you know, having compassion and you know, being sympathetic to you know what goes on around you. It doesn't hurt. It doesn't hurt at all. It's absolutely free. Um, yeah, all jokes aside, it's just it's sad, and you know, I don't want us to you know, take for granted, you know, what we're able to do because there's people suffering right now. So if I can leave you with anything, man, is to, you know that love wins. But remember, you know, we are going through things. But in certain cases, there are people, and there's people that you know of because it's on the news. It's not, you know, this is not like not being covered. It's on the news every chance you get. Um, so, you know, just be mindful of that as we go through our day to day. Make sure you send a bunch of love and prayer to, you know, Southern California. But this is the JL show.
Welcome.
I am the J. I am JL.
Welcome to the JL.
I am the JL show. You feel me? Shout out to my boy EP. We'll get you back on here. Shout out to my boy Cho. I was trying to bring him on, man. Like I said, technical difficulties took over today, but I shall return. Look.
Thumbs up or thumbs down, handle yours. Cause the topics I discuss opens doors like open pores. My mission have you wanting more, and this is for people all across the board. So if you're sick of the same old statistics from talking heads with their old style of logistics, I suggest that you just let go and give a listen.
Oh yeah, it's still the same as always. And then that show. Hey, and then look, if your shoulders don't roll when you see this, if your shoulders don't roll when you hear this, as always, you are a hater. You are a hater. That's another one, man. Appreciate all the support. Hit that like, hit the subscribe if you're not subscribed, man. Share it, tell somebody. And Raul, as always, bro, appreciate you, man.